This is Kahlil Bell.
Hey, Kahlil, how you doing, man?
How you doing, my man? I'm all right. Just hanging out.
Nice. What have you been doing since that crazy lockout's been going down?
Just I went home to visit my family for a little bit, man, and hang out, and just working out, trying to stay in shape.
No, yeah, definitely.
Have you been getting together with other Bears players?
Just one. I've been training every day with Eddie Williams. He signed on with us last year.
Yeah, the fullback. I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, we just been trying to get our Walter Payton on, man, running hills every day and all that fun stuff.
That's legit.
Nice.
That's legit. How tough was it when you came in the league to not get drafted? Was it like really hard on you?
I mean, everybody wants to get drafted. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to hear their name called and be a part of that whole ceremony. But it just didn't work out like that for me. But I knew I was going to get an opportunity to play somewhere. My only concern was to make sure I was as ready as possible for it. So I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. It would have been nice, but at the same time, I'm where I've always wanted to be. I'm where I've always dreamed to be, so I can't complain.
Yeah, you can't complain. But your first NFL carry was definitely historic on November 22nd, 2009, when you had that 72-yard run against the Eagles. How awesome of a feeling was that?
It was a great feeling. It would have been a better feeling if I scored, but at the time I didn't really have the speed to get it done. But it was an awesome feeling. I had my parents in the stands, and it was just a culmination of all the things I've done in my whole life to get to that point, and for it to my debut carry to be like that, it was just a true blessing, man. And stars just lined up right for me that day.
Yeah, especially on Sunday Night Football. That's pretty impressive. If you could have scored, 10 times better. But yeah, it's tough. Where do you go in Chicago? Like, where do you go to eat? What's your favorite food?
Well, I'm a big sushi fan. So there's a sushi spot out by where I live in Lake County called Sukasa that I've actually been going to quite a bit. But when I'm downtown, I like going to Gibson's, Maestro's, Tavern, Carmine, a lot of places on Rush Street, to tell you the truth. A lot of my teammates took me there my first couple weeks while I was here. So that's kind of like those are kind of like the places I usually go to.
You enjoy Chicago a lot? You like the city?
Oh, I love Chicago.
Nice.
I really feel like I'm truly blessed to have an opportunity to play here. It's a sports city. Everybody, is sports crazy, and everybody's involved in what we're trying to get done here. And the thing I love about Chicago too is everything stays open so late. In California, everything closes by about 1:30. Chicago, you can be out all night. So
that is true.
I love this city, man. It's a true blessing to play here.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
Very, very true. Who are your closest friends on the team or around the NFL?
Well, all the running backs I'm closest with because, we spend so much time together in meetings and watching film. And so, those guys, Forte, Chester, Garrett, Eddie Williams, who I mentioned earlier, who I work out with on a regular basis every day. Those are my guys, man, you know what I mean? And when you get to be at this level, you spend so much time with, your position group. Those are the guys you really get close with and you really know in and out. So I love hanging out with those guys, man. I'm looking forward to next season because it's so much fun just being in the room hanging out with those guys.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Some great characters on the Bears. What team did you cheer for when you grew up in the NFL?
You know what? I really didn't have a favorite team. I was growing up. I was really, from a very young age, I kind of had a plan and knew that one day I wanted to be in the NFL. So I never really had a team. I really cheered for running backs. I was just a fan of watching, a lot of the guys, like Priest Holmes and Ricky Williams, LaDainian Tomlinson, a lot of those guys. I tried to just watch them and learn and see what they did and what made them successful so I can try to add it to my game and become the best running back I could possibly be.
Yeah, that's a great tactic there.
Yeah, not a bad way of thinking about it, especially if you wanting to be a running back, look after all your idols, take certain tactics from them. But I have a quick question for you, Kahlil. I was wondering, what would your feeling be if there was no NFL next season?
Wow.
Would that be tough for you?
That would be tough for everybody, man.
Yeah.
This is America's #1 sport. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Everybody watches football Sunday when you come home from church and it's Sunday, Sunday afternoon football and Sunday night football, and you get a Monday night game too, and every once in a while you catch a Thursday night game. I mean, I think it would be tough for everybody, man.
Yeah,
it's an amazing sport.
Yeah, no, the only reason I ask is because my co-host Jake actually ran into Chad Ochocinco over spring break, and he was talking to him about the same subject. And what was his response again, Jake? I forget what you told me earlier.
It was profanity. I can't say it on the air.
Oh, okay. Well, he pretty much didn't. It almost seemed like he didn't really care.
No, it was the night of the lockout, so he wasn't really. He didn't care much about it.
But I just wanted to get your perspective on that.
I think it would be tough, man, for anybody.
Definitely. Have you been looking at the draft at all? Have you heard anything about what the Bears might be thinking of doing with the 29th pick overall?
I haven't really been paying attention to a lot of that stuff. I kind of learned a long time ago, you just got to really control what you can do. As far as what the Bears are trying to get done as an organization, I know they're going to do whatever's best for them. So my only concern really right now is just to make sure whenever this thing ends that I'm in tip-top condition, I'm in tip-top shape, and I'm competing for a job next year.
No, yeah, definitely.
That's definitely the way to go. How tough was the NFC Championship game, sitting on the sidelines and just all the Jay Cutler drama and the loss to the Packers? I mean, how tough was that experience?
It was definitely tough, man. I mean, being in my second year in the NFL and not getting a chance to be in the playoffs last year and getting so close to the big dance and just losing to a rival at that, it was real tough, especially at home. We felt really good going into the game, but, we got to tip our hat to Green Bay. They came out ready to play, and they did what they were supposed to do. But I have a pretty good feeling we're going to be back. Hopefully once this thing gets worked out, we can start working on our stuff and get back into form like we were last season.
I hope so. I definitely hope so. I mean, it's great to have you on the show today. I mean, what's your favorite part of football? I mean, I don't know if this is a great question, but what's your favorite part of football?
Well, actually, man, my favorite part of football is when I have the ball in my hand and there's no other place to go. It's you and whoever's coming at you. It's you two one-on-one. And I think that's the thing I love about football. It's so many one-on-one matchups. And whoever wins the most one-on-one matchups on either team is going to be the team that walks away with the W. So I think for me, it's just having the ball in my hand and getting a chance to really give my all into whoever's trying to tackle me, whether it's giving them a move and trying to, shake him, or whether it's putting my head down and try to run through him. It's that one-on-one battle, and it's consistently winning. And there's no hiding in football. You can't hide behind somebody. You have to make sure when you get the ball or whatever you're doing, you have to man up and you have to take care of your business. And I think that's the thing I love about it is there's no hiding, and it's one-on-one, and you know who's going to win. The best man's going to win. And if he wins, you got to dust yourself up and get back up and get ready to bring it every single play.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Does the cold bother you at all? I mean, because you're from California, so I mean, does it kind of bother you a little bit?
Not at all, man. I mean, I was a little worried at first because I'd never played in conditions like that. But I mean, we practice in it every day, and they got heaters out there for us. So I mean, it's not really a big deal. At the end of the day, once you put the pads on and that whistle blows, you're not worried about the cold. You're not worried about if it's going to rain, if it's going to snow. All you're worried about is getting your job done. So, I mean, I think a lot of people make a lot out of it, but once that whistle blows, it's time to go to work. There's no excuses anymore.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Were you a running back in high school? Is that what position you played?
Yeah, I played running back and safety coming out of high school. And, since the time I was a little kid, I knew I wanted to be a running back. There was never any other position where I was like, well, let me try it and see. I knew from the time I could carry a football that's what I wanted to do for a living. I wanted to play running back, and I wanted to be successful. And I wanted to take my talent as high as I could get it. And, the cards worked out for me, and I'm blessed to have parents who helped me get to where I'm trying to be, and family members and a support mechanism that's helped me get to where I am today.
Yeah, definitely. No, for sure. I have another quick question for you, kind of backtracking a bit. I know we're jumping all over the place with these questions, but the NFL draft's coming up. I hate to keep touching on the draft, but a lot of the rookies coming in are like questioning whether they should go, like if they want to go or not and sit in or whatnot. Would you have any advice for them as far as like the whole draft process, like what they should expect or how they should approach it as you did, and where you are today? Obviously, it worked out for you. So I don't know if you had anything to discuss about that or.
I would just really say, you know what I mean, just make sure you're prepared as you could possibly be. Make sure you're in the gym hitting those weights. Make sure you're running, you're in shape. Because, I mean, the opportunity we get to go out and play football in front of millions of people every Sunday is a true blessing. I mean, not too many people in the world can say they have that opportunity. And it would be a shame if you let that opportunity slide and you got an opportunity to shine and you weren't as ready or as prepared as you possibly can. So my only advice is just work as hard as you can, man, because once this is over, there's no looking back. There's no second chances. Mm-hmm. So go as hard as you can and let the cards fall where they fall.
All right, good answer. Thank you.
You talked about your idols at running back earlier, like not Barry Sanders, Priest Holmes, and I don't know who else you said. I don't remember who else you said at running back. Daniel Thompson. Have you been able to like talk to them like off game, like before games and after games? I know Priest Holmes isn't in the league anymore, but do you talk to those veteran running backs before games and after games?
No, I haven't really got a chance to. I was lucky enough in college to play with Maurice Jones-Drew, who's doing his thing right now. I had a running back coach who was in the NFL as well. So I've had our coach Tim Spencer has been he played in the league as well, and Chester Taylor has been around for a long time. So I get a chance to pick their brain every day. So you know what I mean? It would be nice. I would love to sit down and talk to LT and ask him, what kind of things he does in the off season to make him, do some of the amazing things he's done on the football field. Because I mean, who wasn't a fan of that guy? Who still isn't a fan of the guy? I mean, he's amazing. So I would definitely like to get a chance to sit down and talk to them and just ask them what type of things they did to make them successful, so I can try to add that to my game.
Yeah, no, definitely. I know you said you don't really have a favorite team when you were growing up. It's like to root for, but now playing in the NFL for a couple seasons, is there any team in particular you just hate? You just can't stand?
That's an easy one for me, man. I got two. I can't stand Green Bay. I cannot stand them, and I hate Minnesota. I mean, I was with Minnesota for a couple months before I got released by them, and
right.
It was a great place and all, but everybody knows when the team releases you, it's kind of telling you that they don't feel like you're good enough to help their team out, and that really kind of eats at me every day. So if I ever get a chance to suit up and go against those guys, hopefully I can give them a piece of my mind.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Hopefully next year when the season is happening, you can do that.
I hope so.
Yeah,
definitely.
Khalil, thanks so much for being on the show with us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we both do.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Problem,
and good luck next season.
Yeah, no.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You guys take care.
Thank you. Take care.
Have a good day.
I cut him off there. So that was Kahlil Bell of the Chicago Bears, if you were listening. From UCLA, undrafted in 2009.
What an honor.
Yeah, what an honor. Great guy. Smart guy, man. Yeah. He knew a lot of stuff. He sounded just like me at that last part. Hates the Vikings and can't stand the Packers. Yeah. That sounds just
Which
like
I kind of expected, but you never know. He might.
Well, I mean, you got to go against a team that released you.
Well, obviously, yeah.
I mean, that means something when a team releases you like that. So,
like he said.
Like he said. I mean, but to have his first NFL carry on Sunday Night Football, like I asked him, 72 yards against the Eagles. He couldn't finish it for a touchdown. I mean, he was out of breath, but it was his first carry. I mean, that's unbelievable. Yeah. 72 yards down the field on Sunday Night Football. Everyone's watching. His parents were in the stands. I mean, what a feeling that's got to be.